Welcome back, rankers. Just quietly, it's upsetting some of the staff. Now, half the staff have them, the other half don't, and the ones that don't, they treat us a little bit, well, let's just say disrespectfully, just because they don't have one. Anyway, straight on to the show. Ingrid Lee from Stingy Specs has asked, why aren't we ranking? Well, let's go and have a look at the site. There's the front page. First of all, before I do that, the other thing that we should always do, of course, is go site stingyspecs.com.au, and that'll tell us everything that Google knows about the site. And waiting. Okay, 439 results. So, do you have 439 pages? Really? It's a lot of pages. But I suppose if you're a catalogue site and you're selling glasses and those sorts of things, you're going to have a lot of pages. And I'm just quickly going through the index here to have a look and see if I can see any duplications. Oh, and we're getting into the frame. You might want to do view glasses PHP frame ID, these queries here. They all look fairly similar, so I think what you may be having a problem with, even though I can see that they're all different, what you may be having a problem with is a lot of content with not much on the page. A lot of pages without a lot of content on the page. But the thing that struck me first about the site was, and this is a tool I use from Aaron Wall of SEO Book called SEO for Firefox, and it just quickly gives you an idea of what's going on the page. I've isolated all the headings on the page with this particular tool, and it says here, this is your H1, stingyspecs.com.au. Well, that's not going to help you. You really need to, I would suggest, mirror something that you're doing up here, like cheap online glasses or discount eyeglasses, which probably isn't the best one, but prescription glasses. Why not even just have that there as your H1? Still have Stingy Specs there if you want to. You can have Stingy Specs, it's hard to say, stingyspecs.com.au, and then directly below it have prescription glasses as a H1. And then we go down to H6s down here. Well, you may as well do H2s. A H6 is saying that it's not as important as a H2. So why not make those H2s? And once again, you know, use your keywords in there. That would be, off the top of my head, and a little bit of research that I did this morning, the main reasons why you're not ranking. Lots of content, and Google doesn't know what you've got authority over because of all that content. It doesn't have a lot of actual text on the page. So lots of pages, not a lot of text, and basically you're diluting across. So a couple of strategies you might want to consider is maybe a lot of that content doesn't actually even need to be in the index because it's just for customers, and you don't necessarily need it searchable, and that will better focus the site. And of course, getting some a H1 on your front page and put H1s on your target pages and those sorts of things. And they're the things that really stand out. So get those fixed, and you may see some differences. Overnight, someone in the No Clean Feed debate, the internet censorship, pointed out that Google's been very insightful, and they posted this picture up on Twitter saying that if you type Conroy is, you'll get Conroy is an idiot. And they said, what's Google up to? Well, Google's not up to anything else except its usual, and that is basically that Google has suggestions. So that if I was to type in Stephen Conroy is, it gives you suggestions to help with your decision-making process. So is Stephen Conroy, are you looking for something about Stephen Conroy being a douche, a moron, or an idiot? These aren't put in there manually by Google employees having a bit of fun. These are actually suggestions based on volume of search. So it's saying, of all the people that type in Stephen Conroy is, they're usually looking for information about him being a douche, a moron, or an idiot. Now, this isn't me saying this isn't Google saying this is people searching Google where this comes from. So you can use that in your keyword research. If you want to get an idea of the most popular phrases that people are typing in, you can either do it here in the actual search box itself, or you could go to Google Insights for search, which is what I usually do. This is usually, in my experience anyway, with the suggestions, is usually more real time of what's happened recently rather than longer term. Google Insights for search will give you a better idea of phrases over a longer period of time and whether it's popular in news search or whatever else. And that is it for today's show. Hopefully that's helpful for someone, and we'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.